shipbuilder and owner of a perfect face, about my MFA. I'm in grad school, and walking dogs on the side. I don't know how I'm existing, or how I even afforded this beer, to be honest. Aren't I impressive? For writing? Yeah, I scowled. Kai's face actually lit up with a smile, like he was proud of me. That's awesome. What are you writing these days? Still. And because we lived in a reckless, cruel world, the earth did not swallow me up into a pleasant dark hole when I said, poetry. Yeah. Kai's smile stretched wider. His skin was flawless, his teeth straight as sin. Awesome, he said again. I can't wait until I can buy your books at Barnes & Noble one day and say, hey, I knew that guy once. We had known each other once, barely. We knew each other because, for whatever reason, Penelope loved both of us, and we loved her. Because Penelope was the rarest of flowers, a tropical bird, grace and blinding colors, a magical ability to flit between all social groups and leave everyone somehow better in her wake. Kai Andrews, though, solidly fit into one box. Star soccer player, handsome, polite, didn't overload on AP classes like me, but still made the honor roll. He was the kind of teenager teachers would bring up in the staff room whenever he won his latest accolade, pointing at each other and saying, Kai Andrews, now that's a good kid. Top candidate for goodest kid. I was pretty sure Kai had done an apprenticeship after high school, like it was the fucking 1800s or something. That was the level of pure he was. And I was the gangly, queer boy who scribbled poetry in the margins of all my notebooks, who detested extracurricular activities, mainly because I was never brave enough to join one. A mid-tier candidate for smart, awkward kid we'll all forget about in a year. And now, 5 years post-high school graduation, somehow we were sitting at a tiny table together at the Moonlight Cafe. If there was anywhere I pictured ever running into Kai Andrews again, it certainly wasn't this odd, queer karaoke bar in a deserted corner of a city. His presence made me feel off-kilter, like the filter on the world had just changed and my eyes were still adjusting. His knee brushed against mine, and I nearly jumped. Don't hold your breath, I eventually mustered. About the finding me in Barnes & Noble thing, which had been a very dad thing to say, like he should have been ruffling my hair as he said it. Kai Andrews was a built, hot dad, and having him in front of me made me feel like a teenager again, running a little too hot, not knowing what to do with my hands. And then, thank God, my phone rang. Penelope was FaceTiming, which I realized with a sinking feeling in my gut was not a good sign. Her face should be here, at Moonie's, and not inside the cracked screen of my phone. But I swiped to pick up anyway, and saw my best friend sitting in a hospital bed, with a big white bandage on her forehead. Hey, she said fast before I could even open my mouth. Pen? I frowned, leaning in to hear her over the din of Moonie's. It was still pretty dead in here, but she sounded too tinny and far away anyway. What happened? Kai leaned over the table, trying to see her too, which brought his perfect face entirely too close to mine. I tried to position the screen at the center of the table between us to prevent any further leaning on his part, but it didn't seem to help matters. So, little thing, not a big deal, I promise. Just, oh, hey Kai, you made it. Her face burst with a smile, bandage shifting as her eyebrows catapulted. I did. Can you tell us why you, on the other hand, appear to be at the hospital? Well, okay. I was on my way there, I swear, but did you all know the rain turned into snow? And apparently there was black ice, and my tires did a wee little whoops-a-daisy, and... Kai and I both leaned in even closer as she paused. His hair almost brushed my cheek. And I might have had a slight run-in with one of those signs that flash at you how fast you're going over the speed limit, which, if you think about it, is kind of funny. Like, I was finally just like, fuck you sign. Kai, the heathen, actually did laugh, another soft chuckle. I frowned, increasingly concerned about Pen. Glancing out the window, I could just barely see through the bars.